what is important first. You have a task of the day to check a friend. And you also have a task in the day to follow up an investor in your business. Both are important, but which is more important? You can check your investor first. Then after you are done with the business of the day, then you can visit a friend and spend the rest of the day. Prioritizing the primary tasks. What is more important? You don't understand? Determines how productive you will be. So if you are with me this morning and you are ready to learn, give me a thumb up. Let me be sure we're together and we're ready to learn together. So how do you prioritize your primary tasks? How do you prioritize your primary tasks? A value-driven professional knows how to prioritize the highest return opportunity. A value-driven professional knows how to prioritize their highest return opportunity. Prioritizing means you look at it. Which one will give me the best return? Which one will give me the best return? Which one is more important? Which one will give me more value? Even in business, you must know how to prioritize. I discover a lot of people work so hard by doing all the work, but not doing what works. A lot of people work so hard doing all the works, but not doing what works. If you really want to succeed, you must learn to understand what works. As you're starting business, you must ask the question, what is really the main thing that works? There are a lot of other things as supporting structure to other things, but the main thing that works is what you should know and prioritize. So if you want to succeed, you must understand what works in this business is PV. But what you need to do to get to that PV can include purchase, can include people, can include building a team. But the most important thing is the PV. So anything you now need to do that will bring the PV is what you should prioritize. Anything you need to do that will bring the PV is what you should prioritize. You don't say because the business talk about people, you now begin to fraternize with people rather than valuing people through performance. You're not in business to make friends with people who are not in your team just because we say people are number one. But what is important is the people that are in your team that you are working together. Mr. A has a friend in another team, even though we are doing the same business. And the same Mr. A has Mr. B, Mr. C, Mr. D in his team. Who do you spend more time with? Who do you give your attention to? The friend in another team or the ones in your team? The ones in your team will give you the highest return. So why don't you prioritize your time with the people in your team rather than the friend in another team? Prioritize your primary tasks. What's the most important thing you can do today? That's the first question you should ask yourself. Of all the things I need to do, what is the most important? So a value-driven professional look into the most important thing. And do you know one thing? When you don't know how to prioritize your tasks, you'll be wasting a lot of time. Whether you like it or not, we have entered the 4th month in the year 2022, like play. So far, so good. The result you have achieved in the last 3 months is as a result of what you have prioritized. So the simple truth is you can waste the whole of this year if you don't learn how to prioritize what is important. Everybody will see you, they'll say you're going to work. Everybody will see you, they'll say you are working. Everybody will see you, they'll say you are in a team. Everybody will see you, they'll say you are doing your business. But the simple truth is, if you don't prioritize what is important, you don't get the result desired in the business. What's your priority? If you can answer that question morning after morning, you are in an elite group of professionals. So when you wake up in the morning and you are reflecting, ask yourself, what is important for me to do today? What is important? What is important? And when you are making a list of what is important, remember yourself, your health, remember your well-being, you remember your mental fitness, you don't understand. Then remember your financial fitness. That's why you do everything possible to keep fit, do exercise, rest well, and at the same time, focus on what will bring money to your pocket, your business. Your business. You don't do business with mouth. You do business with priority. Most professionals never ask the question because they assume the ringing phone, frustrated customer, urgent message, or neglected email is the answer. But is it? Is it? The fact that your phone rings all the time doesn't mean you have prioritized what is important. The fact that you are attending to a customer that is frustrated doesn't mean you are attending to what is important. Sometimes you have to let some people be so you can spend time with what is important. Make peace with all men, the Bible says. But does that mean you have to spend all your time with a team member that does not have anything to do anymore? You don't understand. At the expense of those that still have things to do. So in the research, the reality is not every unit of work gets the same return. Can you hear that? So if you spend a bunch of calories running around in a circle, you won't get as much value from the energy as you would planning that important speech. The amount of calories you burn may be the same, but the return on your investment differs dramatically. Can you see? The amount of calories you burn may be the same, but your return on investment differs dramatically. A value-driven professional knows where to invest hard-earned calories. Your calorie is the energy you are burning. So if you really want to be a value-driven professional, you must know where to spend your energy and what work to avoid or delegate. Which work are you supposed to avoid? Which work are you supposed to delegate? And because they know these things, they do not feel anxiety about their work. They are good and calm managers at their time and energy. So the fact that things are necessary does not mean they are important. So if you really want to succeed, you must learn to understand the things that are important. A value-driven professionals know how to spend their time. The secret to focusing on your highest return opportunity involves creating 2 task lists each day. One of your task lists will be limited to 3 items. These 3 items are the most important tasks for the success of your important objectives. No matter what happened, this should be the 3 things you get done first. That is, when you look at your life, make a list of 3 things that are important. Primary task 1, primary task 2, primary task 3. And no matter what happened, those primary tasks are the first thing you should concentrate on. Before you make a list of secondary tasks, okay, after I do this, I can now do this, I can visit a friend, I can visit a family, okay, a friend gave birth, okay, a friend is getting married, okay, I need to hang out with a friend. It is after you have finished your primary tasks that you can go into other things. The other task list will be the odds and ends that need to be accomplished before the day is done. These are tasks such as returning emails, picking up your dry cleaning and such. The reason you want to make 2 lists is because your mind will not know the difference between what is very important and the random task that need to be done at some point in the near future. Can you hear that now? So by when you have the lists, you'll be able to follow what you have written as more important. The value-driven professionals know the difference between primary and secondary tasks. A value-driven professional knows the difference between primary and secondary tasks. Picking up your dry cleaning should not be considered as important as working on an important presentation you'll be delivering at the upcoming event. You want to run errands at home, you want to do some cleaning, you want to do some house chores, you want to cook. Sometimes Are they as important as the people you want to talk to, the team members you want to build, the team members you need to train? Everything needs to be done. But the simple truth is, which one is more important? Some have to be primary in your schedule of things, while the others are secondary. So the primary ones are the ones you focus on first, while the secondary you focus on it later. My primary tasks, for example, are normally about creating some form of content. I work on a book or a business course or presentation every day. Look at, that's his primary task. That's his primary task. As a business person, your primary task each day should be: 1, get your mind trained. 2, get your body fit. So it means you wake up in the morning, what should be important to you is, okay, I do my normal workout, my normal exercise. Then I read a book. I join a study room. I join wake up meeting. Then the next thing is, who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to give my product to? Who do I need to give my opportunity to? Who do I need to train on how to do things this morning? Who do I need to help to succeed? Who do I need to show to succeed? Who do I need to show how things work? Then when you are done with those 3 primary tasks, your health, your mental alertness, then your financial fitness, when you are done with those 3 things, then you cannot go to, which friend can I visit today? Which friend? You know, this thing is quite simple and important. Which friend should I go out with? Who do I need to hang out with? Where should I go and play? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to hang out with friends, to gist. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to pick up your phone and keep calling all the whole Africa. When you are done calling, by the time you are done calling, it's already 12 o'clock. Please, what are you going to do by 12 o'clock? When you have used the whole morning to gist and gist and gist and gist and gist and gist, and later you say, hey, it's already too sunny. The question is, what did you do before the sun came out? That call you made is important. That person you talk to is important. But why don't you finish your primary assignment before you focus on that person you are calling all day? So anybody who's going to be a value-driven professional, they don't waste their time. They utilize it well. They utilize it well. So look at it. He said, each morning I write down the 3 pieces of content I need to work on. Then I write down the secondary items jostling for my attention. And I get started on the important 3 items first. Let me tell you something. When you see successful people, it doesn't mean they are too serious all their lives. In fact, let me tell you, successful people hang out more than unsuccessful people. In fact, let me tell you, some successful people catch fun more than unsuccessful people. But the difference is they prioritize their time. They know the time to hang out and they know the time not to hang out. They know the time to gist with friends and they know the time not to gist with friends. They know the time to go to parties and the time not to go to parties. They know the time to go to beach and they know the time not to go to beach. They know the time to travel on holidays and they know the time not to travel on holidays. You must know how to set your time right. Separating my 3 priorities has helped me grow a successful company much faster than I would have lumped all my tasks together. The reason we only want to list 3 prioritized tasks is because listing more than 3 will feel too burdensome and will likely make you want to quit before you begin. So have you made your list of 3 things today? So think about the 3 important things you have to do first today. That's how to prioritize your tasks. Most of my prioritized tasks are small part of much larger projects. Can you hear that? Prioritized tasks most of the time are small parts of larger projects. So if I'm writing a book, for example, I will take it will take more than a year to finish. So I need to prioritize little pieces of that book every day. So the things you prioritize are small parts of larger projects. Small part of larger, you do it bit by bit. You have a team member that needs to be trained. and there's a lot of things you need to train them on. So why put all the trainings together and you use the whole day to train and train and train and they are tired? Why don't you prioritize it? Why don't you pick it bit by bit? Okay, let's do the first training today. By the time we meet again, we'll do the next training. You prioritize it bit by bit. Everything needs to be prioritized. Otherwise, you overwork yourself. You overwork yourself. And by the time you overwork yourself, you're full of anxiety and you're full of anger, you're full of frustration, and you start feeling like I'm overworking. No, it is because you are not putting wisdom in the timing you are putting. You're not putting wisdom. So the important things need to be identified for you to focus attention on it first. Am I making sense at all? If I'm making sense, can you give me a thumb up? I want to be sure I'm making sense. I want to be sure I'm making sense. I want to be sure I'm making sense. So if I'm writing a book, for example, and it will take more than a year to finish, thank you, Michael Godwin. So I need to prioritize little pieces of that book every day. When working on enormous projects that we cannot finish in a short period of time, we are especially susceptible to short-term wins. Can you hear that now? 5-Diamond Director is an enormous project. This business, Journey to Financial Freedom, is an enormous project. What you need is short-term wins. You don't need the big wins. What you need is daily wins. You don't understand? You want to achieve 1,000 PV. Why don't you start achieving it bit by bit? You want to have 3 investors, 4 investors, join your team. Why don't you pick it one by one? You don't understand? So when the project is enormous, then what you need is just short wins. You don't understand? You have a lot you want to achieve this year. Why don't you pick it month by month? And make sure that every month you are focusing on one thing, you are achieving it. You're starting a business. Why don't you focus on how you become a registered member first? Before you start thinking, will I succeed or not succeed? Focus on your first win and celebrate yourself. You don't understand? Get registered first and tell yourself, congratulations to me, I got registered. That one is out of it. Then you now focus on the next thing. What do I do next? Become a manager or senior manager. Celebrate yourself and say, I did it. Alhamdulillah. I did it. I did it. Then focus on becoming a director. And tell yourself, yes, I did this one again. God is great. I did it. Then you focus on Sapphire Director. Little by little, you discover that short wins give you the big wins. You discover that small wins give you the large wins. People will think you are different. You are using jazz. People will think you are achieving so much, but they don't know that you achieve so much by making sure you are winning so little. Prioritize your small win and you get the big win. Prioritize your small wins and you get the big wins. Prioritize your small wins and you get the big wins. I'd much rather return 10 emails than write 10 paragraphs in a book. Because each email makes me feel like I accomplished something, while those 10 paragraphs feel like I drop in a bucket. Can you see this, man? Prioritize the things that will make you feel like a winner. Did you hear what I just said? Prioritize the things that will make you feel like a winner, no matter how little they are. It has a way of motivating your psychic. It has a way, small wins. Every time you win, it motivates your psychology. So prioritize the things that give you small wins. Prioritize the things that give you small wins. You don't understand? I went out yesterday with some friends and some business partners, and we needed to play snooker, and there was someone who does not know how to play among us at all. And, he was having anxiety. He wants to play everything for it to enter. Now I had to come in and tell him, calm down. Take it one by one. Focus on the one closest to you. The first priority on a snooker board is to make sure you hit. The next priority is to make sure you hit in a way that it enters a pocket. You don't understand? And eventually, he began to have small wins. And as he was having small wins, he was motivated. And do you know that as he was getting motivated, his concentration was more, and it was more effective. He was doing more. He was doing better. That's how to win in life. If you want to win in life, you need to focus on the things, the small wins that motivate your psychology. You have to focus on the small wins that motivate your psychology. Then consistent small wins keeps you going. If you are with me, give me a thumb up, please. Consistent small wins keeps you going. Consistent small wins keep you going. You know, focus attention on things that will make you be celebrated every month. That should be your priority. Focus on doing things that will make you celebrated if you really want to go far in this opportunity, in this business, just focus on the things you can do that will make you be celebrated in appraisal every month. Focus on the things you can do, small things you can do, that at the end of the day, when they are calling people in appraisal, your name will be there. You see, all those small wins will bring you the large wins. So, but don't be fooled. It's by taking small steps toward big goals that we accomplish our important objectives. Can you hear that now? This is exactly what I just said. I need somebody to type it out. By taking small steps towards big goals, we accomplish our important objectives. Type it out, type it out, type it out. By taking small steps towards big goals, we accomplish our important objectives. Beware, many tasks will present themselves as important. Can you see that? Many tasks will present themselves as important, but they are not. You may get word about something that feels urgent, but the truth is that it's somebody else's job to handle it. Can you hear that now? You might feel something is urgent, but it may not be your job to handle it. Somebody may be coercing you into a meeting, but the truth is that meeting doesn't serve your highest priorities. Somebody might be coercing you to a meeting, but at that moment, the meeting might not be the highest priority. I like to call these temptations urgent distractions, because they feel urgent, but they are truly just distractions. Oh, I like the author of this book. I think I've said this thing in training several times to some of my people, that there are some things that comes to you like opportunity, but they are distractions. So the distractions are things sometimes that looks like opportunities, important opportunities that take you out of your focus. So you must not be fooled. You must know that it is not everything, every meeting you should be. They call family meeting, you have business meeting. And you know that family meeting, you are going there to just talk. And at the long run, you will have enemy. And you have business meeting, family meeting, business meeting. Which one is important? Don't be emotionally stupid in the things you do. You know, some things are, you just delegate it. Let somebody else handle it. You can't be everywhere at all times. Every day, we must always know what our 3 highest return opportunities are, or else low return opportunities will feel more important. So even in business, you must always know what is important. What is important. So how do you know what your highest return opportunities are? To know what our highest return opportunities are, we need to reverse engineer all our overall objectives. We need to reverse engineer our overall objectives. Any work that moves us closer to our objectives is a high return opportunity. And any work that does not is not. A value-driven professional knows the difference. Can you hear that? Anything that moves you towards where you are going is a high return opportunity that you need to focus on. And anything that is not moving you closer quickly It's a low return opportunity. Stay away from it. What is the difference between having 1,000 PV and having 200 PV? Of course, you should know that 1,000 PV takes you closer to where you are going than 200 PV. So a value-driven professional knows that the concentration should be, how can I have all my team members doing 1,000 PV than having all my team members doing 100 PV? How can I have my team members doing more? It's better than how can I have my team member doing less? So the focus should be how they do more and reduces the burden and make the journey faster compared to how they do less. Compared to how they do less. So in the reasons, as it relates to being a good economic investment, remember, that's the number one thing you must be. If you really want to succeed, you must see yourself as an economic investment. Go to chapter 1 of this book, the first training day. Anybody who wants to succeed must see himself as an economic investment. All of you in this meeting today, I am investing in you. You see this time I'm spending with you now, it's an investment. And if you see yourself as an economic investment, you will know that you should not throw this effort away. You should know that you should not throw this effort away. You should know that it is not right for you to be in this meeting and over time, you now behave as if you were never trained at all. Because so much time has been used to invest in you. So everyone who wants to succeed in life must first see themselves as an economic product they have invested in. I'm sitting before you today. Some people have invested in me. Some people have invested in me. So what is the most important thing you need to do? What can you do that gets the company the greatest economic return? So remember, a company has invested in you. A team has invested in you. A leader has invested in you. Some of us seated here this day, you know for sure that this team taught you how to use Zoom for the first time in your life. You know. The first exposure you have in your life, you know, it is this opportunity that gave it to you. That's an investment, brother. That's an investment. So in the reasons, your first focus on success, it is this team that sets your priorities right. That's an investment. If you really want to keep going far, you must remember that those who have invested in me need a return on investment. So I need to focus on my priorities. When you focus on your priorities, somebody said, when you focus on your priorities and you are valuable, you will be irreplaceable. When you know how to drive economic value in business, you will be irreplaceable. You will be irreplaceable. Nobody loves an idiot. Nobody loves an idiot. Everyone in life is looking for a return on investment. A husband is looking for a return on investment on his wife. A wife is looking for a return on investment on his husband. A boyfriend is looking for a return on investment on his woman he wants to marry. A woman is looking for a return on investment on a man she wants to marry. Things fall apart when the person you have invested so much is not giving back so much. That is when things begin to fall apart. Everybody is expecting something from somebody. Just yesterday, I saw a video about an Imakole's brother talking about his expectation. You know, I'm blackmailing the sister. As somebody said, this is the reason why you don't have family members in business. It's better not to have family members sometimes in business who think they are doing you good by doing their work. They think they are doing you good by doing their work. Don't expect so much from me. Just be valuable. Don't expect so much from your company. Don't expect so much from life. Just make sure you're a valuable person. Then so much will follow you. So as it relates to being a good economic investment, what is the most important thing you need to do? What can you do that gets the company the greatest economic return. Then prioritize your tasks day after day, and you will move closer to your goals without falling into the trap of urgent distractions. Many of us are falling into the trap of urgent distractions. Urgent distractions. I said it earlier. Distractions are things that look like opportunities, but they take you away from your focus. Many of us are falling into trap of urgent distractions. And that is why at the end of the day, many of us are not valuable or productive. So if you want to be productive, you must look at it. What can I do every day? Prioritize the important thing that will make the company that have invested in you see you tomorrow, and they will be happy that you give a return on investment. Afis Tijani is a 5-diamond director today. The company gave him the opportunity to travel for the first time in his life. Today is 5-diamond director. Are you telling me the company will not be happy that he gave a total return on investment? The company is training you. The company is putting so much in you. We wake up every morning to train you. We read books together. We do everything together. Your leaders call you. They do everything. They motivate. They inspire. They tell you, I believe in you. Then you yourself, what are you doing to prioritize the tasks and make sure that wherever you are achieving so much? Michael Godwin, you are in Adamawa. Am I right? Now in Adamawa, what are you doing there? What are you prioritizing? You don't understand. What are you doing that is of importance to you, that brings growth, that will even make your team leader not just see you as somebody who just connect on Zoom, that will make your team leader stand up and come and join you in Adamawa to support you one day? I have a leader in Mina, and yesterday I was talking to the leader, and the leader said in April, she wants me to come to Mina. And she said, the team members she has in Mina, she just went to Mina in the last 2 weeks. And she said, the team members she has in Mina, she's already preparing their mind that I should come down. And I told her, once you have so number of team members, I will come. See, the simple truth is this. When you make yourself valuable, when you prioritize what you need to do and you make yourself valuable, the simple truth is life itself will keep supporting you. Things will begin to fall in shape. But you cannot make yourself valuable if you don't prioritize the task. Everything is important, but you must know what is important. And I think that's the lesson for today. Everything is important, but you must focus on what is more important. So listen to this. Every day, make 2 lists. List number 1, list 3 items that are of highest return opportunities. That is 3 things that are of highest importance towards your mission, towards your dream. Then create another list of tasks that are not as important as the first 3 things that you create. So that is how to be productive. When you wake up in the morning, and even when you wake up in the morning and you're thinking, what do I do today? Just make a list of the first 3 important things that you need to do. The first 3 important things that you need to do. Then make a list of other things that need to be done later. And that is how you can focus and you can be productive, and you don't waste time doing unimportant things before you start thinking of important things. Tomorrow tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, rather. The next meeting, we're going to be going to maximize your power hours. Some hours are more powerful than the rest. Some hours in your life, in your day, are more powerful than the rest. So we'll be learning that in the next meeting. But today, I want to believe we have learned something. If you have learned something, give me a thumb up. If you have learned something, give me a thumb up. Tell me you have learned something. Type on the chat box. Let's see what you have learned. Let's see what you have learned. Let's see what you have learned. Tell us what you have learned if you have learned something. Coach Tolu said, taking small steps towards big goals will help accomplish our important objectives. Abdul Bello said, by taking small steps towards big goals, we accomplish our important objectives. Yes. So everybody type on the chat box what you learned this morning. And if you're a new partner, you just joined this meeting for the first time, we also like to celebrate you. But I want to read through. What did we learn? Type it out, everybody. Type it out, keep it coming. I want to see what you learned. If truly you have learned something this morning, I want to see what you learned. Very quickly. Tell me what you learn, and I will know I've not wasted my time on you this morning. Tell me what you learn. Okay, keep it coming. Boss Reader says, see yourself as an economic investment. That's the truth. I'm on an investment too. I am investing in you. Your leader is investing in you. Everybody is investing in you. Boluwatife said, I learned to take small steps towards big goals so as to accomplish you say, I learned to take small steps towards big goals so that I can accomplish my important objectives. Very important. Your important objectives. Very, very important. Boss Lola said, avoid urgent distractions. Avoid urgent distractions, things that look like opportunity, but they take you away from your goals. Yes. Avoid urgent distractions. Avoid urgent distractions. Ladies, avoid urgent distractions. Guys, avoid urgent distractions. Everything you want is in this opportunity. If you want to make money every day, you want to make money every day. You don't understand. This April, we are launching a system that will give you money every day. So everything you are looking for outside is inside. You don't understand. So avoid urgent distractions. Avoid it. Avoid it. Adewumi Azan said, a valuable professional know how to prioritize the highest return opportunity. The things you prioritize are small things in the large parts. Also focusing on small wins and understand that consistent small wins keeps you going. In fact, it motivates your psychology. Consistent small wins motivate your psychology. Abika said, after reflecting on your day's activities, then prioritize them to achieve better results. Onibudo said, prioritizing important objectives. Boss Lola said, prioritize your day, list out 3 important things to do first, then secondary things to do later. Or more. There are some things that are secondary. You want to hang out with your boyfriend, you want to hang out with your girlfriend, or more, they are important, but you do them later. You don't understand. Don't wake up in the morning and hang out with boyfriend when you have business to do. Don't wake up in the morning and hang out with girlfriend when you have business to do. You don't understand. It is nothing but, don't wake up in the morning, just like I said yesterday, and start drinking ogogoro, start drinking beer. Come on, you can do that later now. When you have other things to do, prioritize what is important. Abiola Mbora said, I learned to prioritize on things that give me small wins. Not just small wins, get it right, Abiola. It has to be small wins consistently that will bring the large wins. Small wins consistently, small wins every day will give you 365 wins in a year. Small wins every day will give you 13 wins in a month. So in the recent, it's not just small wins. It has to be small wins consistently. Abdul Ghaffar said the most important thing to focus on, which need to be prioritized towards, achieving our valued objectives. Sulaiman said, prioritizing your goals make you closer to them as much as possible. Michael Godwin said, don't expect too much from people. Make yourself valuable. That is the word. That's the word. Don't expect so much from people. Make yourself valuable. If you are valuable, the world will love you. If you are valuable as a wife, your husband will love you. If you are valuable as a husband, your wife will love you. If you are valuable as a friend, your friends will love you. In fact, they will always want to be around you. So don't expect that it's people's responsibility. It's people's right to make you feel good. No, nobody's right. You have to feel good naturally yourself. But make yourself valuable and everybody will want to be around you. Boss yourself, prioritize your important goals for your business before less important things. Be consistent in your small wins to achieve large wins. Expect much from yourself and not from others. Your head did here. Expect much from yourself before you start expecting from me. Expect much from yourself before you start expecting from other people. If I expect much from yourself, before you start expecting from God. Expect much from yourself before you start expecting from God. God will do it. You yourself, how far have you gone? You don't understand. You know, Michael Godwin said, don't expect too much from people. Make yourself valuable. I think today we have really learned a lot. Coach Tim has said some activities show themselves. Okay, this thing is rushing in. Says some activities show themselves as urgent, but not for you to attend to. Get to work on the things that grows you. Oh, my, your head did there. Ali Miriam said, I learned that I'm an investment and I should be able to give back to those that have invested in me. And lastly, I should prioritize my goals. That's the truth there. Bolo Atife said, be consistent in your small wins to achieve the large win. Don't depend on people and try to be valuable so you will be loved. That is the truth, man. That is the truth. Olushola Fajobi said, by taking small steps to accomplish a goal, we are gradually getting to achieve the bigger goal. Paul Ogusaya said, little drops of small wins every day make a mighty goal accomplished. That is the truth. Guys, I am really, really excited this morning. Today is going to really, really, really be a fulfilling day. It is month end. I'm going to get the month moving. Make a win this month. Prioritize your win. Look into your business again now and tell yourself, where do I win? And do something different. Do what you have not done before to make the greatest win this month. To make the greatest win this month. Launch yourself out. Launch yourself out to prove that you know what you are doing. I tell it that if you're a leader, if you're in my team and I'm training you and you are doing rubbish points, you are just telling me you're a rubbish person. Anyone I train who is doing rubbish performance, rubbish value, the person is telling me he's a rubbish person. Person is telling me, you know, the value you give out is the value you have in. The value you give out is the value you have in. So what you do is a reflection of who you are. So if whatever you do is rubbish, it shows you are just saying you're a rubbish person. You don't understand. You're not making yourself valuable. Then it means, you know, there are some companies, there are some people around you. You don't want to let them go because they are valuable. And there are some people around you, you don't want to see them again because they are less valuable. I like that, Mr. Reward. Value out is from the value inside. The value you give out is from the value you have inside. So sometimes you don't need to talk before people know who you are. Your performance, your productivity, your activity, the things you do, tell people who you just are. That's why they say action speaks louder than voice. Action speaks louder than voice. You know, there's this program I used to watch, Justice Court. You see a lot of people come and complain, and you see them, they say, my husband loved me before, he doesn't love me again. Ask yourself, how valuable have you been to the man? You don't understand. Love stops when value stops. Did I just say something? Love stops where value stops. Love. I need somebody to type it out, man. Love stops where value stops. And it's in every relationship. Love stops where value stops. You don't understand. Love stops. Appreciation stops where value stops. So for you to be loved, your value must increase. You don't understand. For you to be loved, your value must increase. So if you are not valuable, you know, Yoruba people say, oh, shagi logbe, oh, toguro lofa, you don't understand. Even God, nature, rewards you based on your value. God loves you more based on your value. You don't understand. You don't get value. You don't get love. Cain and Abel in the Bible went to make burnt offering, while Abel made his own burnt offering from rich animals, fat animals. And the Bible says the offering went directly to God. Why Cain used dead animals, remnants, to make his own burnt offering to God. And the Bible says the offering did not go to God. And eventually, God said, I love Abel, I hate Cain. God hates you when you are not valuable. God hates you when you are not valuable. So even God appreciates values. God himself appreciates values. So all we just need to do is to be valuable to people. When you are valuable, people will appreciate you. The world will appreciate you. Your company will appreciate you. Your team will appreciate you. Your team leader will want you around all the time. Everybody will want your company. Everybody will want you everywhere because you are valuable. Because you are valuable. Today has been a fantastic morning. Guys, go out there today. Second day of month end and be valuable. Do all that you can to be the best version of yourself. And remember, the new month has started. Happy new month. Thank you very much, and God bless you.